Already equalled last season's total of 4 goals for Arsenal. Dawson plays in a defence still without Ledley King. The rest of the team is unchanged from the 3-3 draw at Fulham. Aaron Lennon and Darren Bent are both on the bench after injury, but Jermaine Defoe doesn't make the 16. Jermaine Genius, who scored a 94th minute equaliser in this fixture last season, makes the 200th league appearance of his career. Bakary Sagna is back for Arsenal, and with Senderos suspended, Gilberto plays in the back four. It's Abu Dhabi on the left side of midfield, with Thomas Rosicky on the bench. The Czech is one of 29 players from these two clubs who are away on international duty this week. Flamini, Diaby, Fabregas. It's come to Adebayor. Oh! Instant shot, and a reaction save from the England goalkeeper. Hardly any backlift there from Adebayor. Beautiful volley. Robinson didn't need to be any further out. Martin Jol, who's remained steadfast and humorous amid all the speculation. Gareth Bale arrowing that ball into Berbatov. And he's gone down, and it's going to be a free kick. The challenge was by Gilberto Silva, and it's not far outside the penalty area here for Tottenham. Just caught him. Just wonder whether Gareth Bale with his left foot might try something here. Perhaps not the ideal angle. Bale has become something of a specialist even at the age of 18. It was Bale. Oh, and he's a specialist. What about that? The Spurs crowd rising to a goal that will please not only Martin Jol, but the home section of White Hart Lane. Gareth Bale, who made his name with Wales, set records for his country, and here he curls this down past Almunia, and Spurs are in front. He scored at Fulham in the last game, but that is a goal they'll always remember here. Tottenham 1, Arsenal 0. Where is the reply here then? Well, Spurs, here's Adebayor. Oh, could have been an equaliser straight away. Spurs just lost their concentration from the throw-in. And Adebayor brings a save out of Robinson. Oh, we've got a North London derby here for sure. This is Fabregas for Arsenal, trying to get away from the pursuing Genius, looking for Adebayor. Robinson's well out of his goal. It's Kleb. Good save by Robinson. Comes out to Van Persie. The goalkeeper couldn't get that, but Lee could. This is Kleb with a very good position. Didn't get it far enough away from the goalkeeper, but Robinson gets credit. He'd already advanced. Fabregas with the through pass to Adebayor. Oh, and he got ahead of the two centre-backs there, and Robinson again having a fine first half here, the England goalkeeper, because really he had to rescue Dawson and Kabul there, who allowed Adebayor to get beyond them. Kleb. Oh, he's worked his way into a good position here, and he found Diaby, who hit the bar. Kleb set things up, and Abu Diaby thundered that against the bar. A let-off for Spurs. This is a cracking first half. Genius, Berbatov. Keane moves to the right. He's in there now, Robbie Keane. And I think he might have been penalised for hands, was he? Yeah. That was a handball decision given against Keane by Mark Clattenburg. I'm not sure it touched his arm, but still. This is Malbronk. Looking for Berbatov, no flag here, a real chance for 2-0. He's gone round Almunia, it's Berbatov. Oh, and Kolo Touré with a last-ditch tackle and clearance, has saved Arsenal and prevented Tottenham from going 2-0 up. You can't take your eyes off this game. It's Adebayor again, and it's Diaby for Arsenal. Well, it could have been 2-0, but then again, it could have been 1-1 in that period of play. Genus. Bale. Well, the fans are still talking about that incident. Dimitar Berbatov was clean through. Berbatov had gone round Almunia, who was nowhere, and Toure makes the challenge. This is Kleb. Sanya. He's kept it in. Adebayor! What an opportunity for the equaliser. Spurs must have thought that was going out when Sanya made the run. He keeps it in, first of all on the touchline, then on the goal line. It certainly didn't go out, but what an opening for Emmanuel Adebayor, and he skied it. So in a matter of 2 or 3 minutes, Berbatov foiled at one end, and Adebayor profligate at the other. Fabregas. Kleb. Oh, and Fabregas moving forward. Here's Adebayor again. Hands on the ball by Robinson, surely. Adebayor won't get a penalty. Good goalkeeping again by the England #1. Because he just threatened here to go by Chimbonda, but Robinson saw the danger. Huddleston! Oh, that was an acceptable opportunity. Oh, and he's having an argument with Almunia. Pushing and shoving between Huddleston and the Arsenal goalkeeper. Mark Clattenburg will want to have a word here. Just what happened, he was trying to get the ball, the Arsenal goalkeeper, and Huddleston wouldn't let him, and there was a bit of shirt pulling, a little push. But I don't think that's violent play. That's sensible refereeing, in my view. Flamini, oh, he did well there, and just caught by Malbronk. It's a free kick in almost the same position from which Spurs scored their goal. Adebayor is out, and that is the equaliser for Arsenal. And Emmanuel Adebayor, who missed that chance just a few minutes ago, has put his side level here, and the free kick was in, ironically, the same territory from which Tottenham scored their goal. Fabregas takes it, Adebayor gets a glance there. The faintest of touches. Robinson was committed, I have to say. As he came out here, Robinson, he doesn't get there. That's a fact, and it's 1-1. Oh, offside's been given. Robbie Keane is through, the flag is up. Or has it? The flag was up, and I think Mark Clattenburg has overruled his assistant because it came off an Arsenal player, in which case it was a real opportunity for Keane. Good save, Almunia. Robbie Keane looked to be in an offside position. The assistant on the near side, Martin Yerby, flagged. And then Mark Clattenburg, I think, realised that the ball last came off an Arsenal foot. It certainly did. So Keane was allowed to go on, or as it turned out, his shot was saved. Kleb combining with him. Oh, he's turned his man. Van Persie's shot. Well saved by Robinson, going down to his left. So these will be a tense last 13 minutes for Martin Jol. Berbatov off the line, and goodness, How did it not go in? Was that Gael Clichy on the line? Spurs are appealing to the referee, but... well, inches perhaps from going 2-1 up here, Tottenham. Berbatov, yes, it's Clichy, he's standing right on the line. Spurs are appealing it went over here. I don't think the whole of the ball could have been over from that angle. And now it's Van Persie for Arsenal. Adebayor's making a run from the far side. He's got help this side from Rosicky. Inside him is Fabregas here. Fabregas! Arsenal are in front! And it's Cesc Fabregas who's rewriting his own goal-scoring history here. Out of very little, Arsenal have suddenly taken the lead and turned this match on its head. Van Persie sets things up initially, then Fabregas. Oh, it's all of 25 yards and it beats Robinson. It's swinging there, goalkeeper went to his right, couldn't get to it, and Cesc Fabregas with his 5th goal of the season, overtaking his total for the whole of the last campaign, by the way, has put Arsenal 2-1 up with 10 minutes to go. This is Fabregas. Oh. Here comes Bent. He's clean through, and he's missed it. What an opportunity for Tottenham to make it 2-2. Darren Bent has only been on the pitch 5 or 6 minutes, and even he can't believe he didn't score here. He's onside, flag correctly stayed down, and he really scuffed that. It was such a glaring opportunity for the £16 million man. Lee. Berbatov. It's going to come to Chimbonda. No, it's not. It's Rosicky, and Arsenal are away now. Adebayor wants it played early. Back to Rosicky. Oh, this is Danielson, and he's clean through for Arsenal. Robinson saves with his feet. Here's Fabregas, your 2nd goal, and a 3-1 victory after being a goal behind for Arsene Wenger. It was a swift break, but Adebayor here, it's a volley that's a peach, really. Fabregas, again at the heart of it, supplies the pass, up it comes off the right foot, healing right hand.
Overall, in the end, the fact that we have that mental strength and that togetherness pushed us through, but it needed something special because Tottenham played well as well.
We should have killed them off with the chances, Tom Huddlestone and especially Dimitar Berbatov, and you know that a team like Arsenal is never out of it, and they are a very good footballing team, so the only thing you have to do is take your opportunities, and that was the difference today.
Is all this talk about your manager having an effect on the players?
I think it's pretty ridiculous to talk really what Martinez's achieved at this club, and I think it's sort of sprung us together closer, and I think the team will just we can really kick on now, and just hopefully we can just get that one result, and hopefully we can just start from here.
You say to the fans, I guess, bear with me.
Yeah, of course, but I don't have to tell them, you know, they know what we did over the last couple of years, so it's more a matter of I'm not panicking because I know this team can do better, but they are still youngish, you know. If you saw the set piece, you know exactly what I mean.
For Spurs and for Arsenal fans, I think we played a great game, great football, and you know, even if you lose, you win. Of course, you like to win in these kind of games, but as a fan, I think you must have enjoyed it.
That young man's a proper player. A wonderful game of football. Could have gone either way. Of course it didn't, as usual, but it could have done.
Well, it could have been anything. It was actually a breathtaking game of football. The two class sides in possession. Berbatov and Adebayor, the pivotal points of both sides. Just class right through it. But once again, I mean, you've got to admire Arsenal's grit and determination to come back in. But similar to a fortnight ago against Fulham, Tottenham should have won this game. Yeah. And they've taken 1 point in the last 6, and unfortunately for the manager, it could cost them his job.
And once again, they rude missed chances.
Well, the good thing for Spurs is they're actually creating the chances. The time to worry is when you don't create chances. But not so good for Martinez. They're not taking them. And Berbatov, with his own high standards. On another day, should have had at least 2 goals. Here, takes it round. Good defending by Torre, but you'd expect him to score. We just freeze it here, there. Looking at that, he can't miss. But the way it's going for Spurs and the way it's going for him at this minute, he hits Clichy on the line, and again, he misses the header again. Bent's been waiting for his chance. It's a great through ball. I don't know why he takes that on his left foot. I think he's got time to switch that onto his right foot, take another touch, hits it, scuffs it. Chances that are actually costing Spurs big time.
It's not just at that end, though, is it? I mean, they're the worst record in terms of keeping clean sheets in the league last season. They don't seem to address that issue.
Well, I think we said at the start of the season that they weren't good enough defensively. But the fundamentals aren't there, the basics aren't there. They don't play off each other, they don't close quickly enough. And basically, they're wide open. You know, in this game, totally wide open. The concentration factor, all right, Michael Dawson, I think, is a really good defender. He's just come back, first game of the season. But he's not watching the ball here at all. He lets Adebayor get behind him. This is 1-0 up. That's a good save with the keeper. Same again here. When I talk about playing off each other, the defender's supposed to get himself in a position here where he's closed down quickly, but, you know, they're queuing up to put this in the back of the net. Unmarked on the edge of Adebayor over the top. Now, this is the free kick for the goal, the first goal. Michael Dawson, again, he's trying to be clever, loses it. That's unnecessary, right? So it's a set play in a dangerous position. It's a great ball and difficult to defend against, but the keeper, who's had problems for a long time with crosses, gets himself in a bad position. If he comes off his line, he's got to take it a lot, but he ends up 3 yards in front of Adebayor. The ball's in the back of the net. And then, of course, the second goal, when the game is still wide open, Fabregas, this is what I'm talking about, closed down quickly. He sort of strolls into that position. There's 6-7 Tottenham players there. He looks, lines it up, nobody's closing down, balls in the back of the net, and they're beaten. And it doesn't matter how many good players you've got going forward. I'll say this time and time again, if you can get it right, the back four and the keeper, then you're in big trouble.
Martin Yo's under pressure, clearly has been all season. Where does this leave him?
They're in a tough position. They've got to start winning. They've got to start winning pretty quick. I feel a bit sorry for them. As I said, they are creating chances, but as Alan says, they're in crisis at the back because they're conceding too many goals. I hope they stick with him. I really do.
We've said so many times, where were they when he took over? Where are they now?
Exactly.
Right, they're a much better team. But the expectations, the anticipation, the demands are sky high there because everybody thinks they should be in the top 4, and it's not going to happen with a defence like that. I don't think they'll keep him. I think he'll go.
Okay. By contrast, Arsenal playing well, and what a wonderful goal from Adebayor.
Arsenal are fantastic to watch. There's no doubt about it. But they showed today a type of steel that we haven't seen. I mean, this is an unbelievable hit for the
Contender
goal.
for score of the season.
Yeah,
that is
like just fantastic.
That is unbelievable
like
strike.
hit with so much power.
Brilliant.
Great first touch. Doesn't even look where the goal is. Knows where it is. Oh, wonderful strike.
Brilliant goal.
But we've seen in seasons gone by when Arsenal have been under the caution, they don't come back. But today was different. They've got that look. Maybe a year on, the younger players are getting that bit older, more experienced.
So, one quick question. Can you win anything with kids?
You never win anything with kids. I told you that before.
OK, we'll see. For the first time since October 2004, the next 5 teams are separated by just a point. But Manchester City will go second with a home win over Villa. West Ham have climbed from the bottom half of the table to 5th. There's no change in the bottom 3. Derby must wait until Monday to play Newcastle, while Bolton and Reading both lost. And knock me out if Tottenham aren't in the same position with the same number of points as at this stage 12 months ago. So a month into the season, it's very tight at the head of the table, but you know who the top 4 are, don't you? Goodbye.
Ramos, the man who claimed Spurs had made him a dizzying offer to succeed Martin Jol, and now being willed on by every Spurs fan to stop Arsenal after their weekend win at White Hart Lane. But the early signs weren't good for Ramos. Robin van Persie firing off the first salvo. And on 28 minutes, Arsenal tried from distance again. The shot from Fabregas deflecting in off Escudé. Palop didn't have a chance. 50 for Ramos, who then saw former Chelsea target Dani Alves get clipped by Clichy, only for Alves to get booked for complaining.
We were maybe a bit lucky on the first goal, but after that we looked in the second half in control completely. The first half was a little bit more even, but we had more of a game, and in the second half I felt we looked always comfortable apart from maybe the last 15 minutes.
Yeah, I think it's good, you know, for me to keep scoring goals because that's what I was missing, and it's good. But you know, if it was not for the team, you know, I wouldn't score. So I think that's the most important thing, that we play together and then we can create occasions, and whoever who scores is good for the team.
They have a great squad, and I think with Cesc in this form, it's unbelievable. He's playing tremendous football. He's scoring. He's providing goals. So the way I see it, we are playing football from a different planet at the moment, and that has nothing to do with age or whatsoever. It's just quality.
What he means is that we are happy to play, and we play with full confidence. That's what he means, because there's belief in there and no doubt and a good understanding, and we want, of course, to take care of that, but that goes quickly.
Comparisons get made with the side that reached the final in 2006. How do you think this current squad stands up to that?
Different team. I think in 2 years' time, a lot have changed. I think most of it in a positive way, and I'm quite curious where we will end at the end of the season, because I know and I see every day that our ambitions are really, really high.
We have given a lot tonight, and so it's important to recover quickly, focus again at the same level we had tonight, and that's what is the challenge for the team. It's not only to play well tonight, but to play every 3 days well.
I see it, we are playing football from a different planet at the moment. The way I see it, we are playing football from a different planet at the moment.
Robin Van Persie, Arsenal playing football from another planet. A bit over the top, isn't it, Paul?
They're playing well. I haven't seen anybody play like that this season. They are playing very well. Wednesday night, I thought they were brilliant Wednesday night, but we're just talking to Charlie then. Seville played into their hands. The whistle went.
Seville were rotten, weren't they, in comparison?
Seville just come out and said, you play, we play. I don't care who Arsenal play in Europe. They'll beat anybody if someone says you play, we play, and they open the game up like they did. You know, at the moment, they are playing outstanding football. You know, when you looked at the fixtures at the start of the season, you thought they've got a great chance here of starting off well. You know, Tottenham away is a difficult game, played them at the right time. Blackburn away, difficult game, they drew. You know, and they could have lost that game. You know, it's been a good start. You know, I'm not getting carried away with it, even though they're playing great football and, you know, people were saying, you know, they're big title contenders. I just think that they've got a what's name. Till the big test comes along, the acid test against the big teams. At the moment, you know, they're nice to watch, but a few injuries and I'll be worried.
Arsene Wenger came up with a great quote this week, Charlie. He said, I love this side. They are playerish. So I'm not sure if it's a word, but it means they just love to play. And they do, don't they? They absolutely love the ball.
Because that's all part of the Wenger belief, isn't it? It's the plan that, I mean, they've reached these heights before, Jeff. A couple of seasons ago, they were playing outstanding football.
But a lot of people didn't expect it this season, did they?
No, I think that'd be unfair. I think a lot of people expect them to play to a high standard, but whether they were strong and tough enough to get results, I think that's why people like Tomo and Mark were thinking, you know, maybe that fourth spot is catchable. And I could understand the point of view coming from that, and I don't think it's because of the bias towards Arsenal, but I think if anybody looks at the Arsenal spirit and the belief, and Wenger's got a reason for selling Henry, and the reason was it was part of the team plan. You don't want to sell your best players. He doesn't want to sell his best players, Jeff, but he simply thought, if you want to go, I believe in this squad. But when you look back, and I think it was Portsmouth at the Emirates, when Rosicky scored the third goal, I think it was, and the celebration in the corner, when they all just had a laugh, it was like 11 lads just having a great time together, and appreciation of the crowd. And I'll tell you another thing, was on Wednesday night when I was doing the Arsenal-Seville game, and I know Seville were poor considering they are a talented side, but the atmosphere is picking up at the ground also now. It's starting to get better. They're starting to understand it all a little bit more. And Arsenal, not surprised that they're going well, but they still have question marks beside them, Jeff, and I think even weeks to come, home to Derby, home to Newcastle, then away to West Ham. West Ham's the first one when you think, let's see what you're made of on that situation, because that's always been tricky for the Gunners.
Do you know the way they played the game? Even the start of last season, and remember the Manchester City game, when they overdid it. It was all that beautiful pass and great stuff. And I was one of them where I thought they might fall out of the top four because of those things. Going to your Blackburns, going to your West Hams, your Fulhams, whatever, Evertons, and them getting in your face. We're still to see that, in fairness. But the football that they're playing, and whereas last season they overplayed it and couldn't finish people off, this season everybody's on the same
from distance and early crosses.
Leb and Zicki have been absolute. They're the two I think who have benefited from Henry going. I really do. I think they've come out of their shell. I think maybe they felt a little bit intimidated by the guy. And they're the ones who have really blossomed this season. So it's them, and the finishing has been spectacular.
And Matt Fabregas as well, you know. He only scored 4 last season. He's got 5 already this season. And Matt Oakley said this week, and his, Billy Davis agrees with him, that at the moment Fabregas is the best midfield player in the world. Do you concur?
He's certainly right up there, yeah, without question. I've been impressed with this boy right from the start. I saw him play very early on in a couple of Champions League games, and his passing was excellent. The one question mark, funny enough, I had over him was, could he score goals from midfield? And this season started off fantastically well. So pleased for the lad, because he's a super, super kid.
I just can't be, for the life of me though, every team that play against Arsenal just give him all the room in the world. If I was a manager of another team, I'd just say, right, man-to-man mark him, do not let him play. Do not let him play. Because he's not the quickest player in the world, so he's not really going to run away, do you know what I mean? He's not going to run away from you like that way. But everybody just lets him go and play his stuff.
I think he's a clever player. We had this discussion last night, didn't we?
Yeah, but if you have that movement...
comes in, Sleb goes outside, and then suddenly, if you're marking Fabregas...
Yeah, but I would say, right, just mark him. I know all the others can play, don't get... Of course they can, they're all brilliant. But stop him as well. Mainly stop him first.
Stop Fabregas. As you said, you've got others to stop. Let's look at one or two of them. I mean, Emmanuel Adebayor, for example. I mean, he's got 3 goals this season, but his all-round game this season has been fantastic, Paul, hasn't it?
Well, I think it's been outstanding. John Terry says he's the most difficult player he plays against in the Premiership. Yeah, you know, and he is. He's a handful. He's a handful. And with Charlie, I think since Henry's gone, they all play with no fear now. They've got no fear with his goals. He scores goals now. You know, they get people in the box, like Charlie said. They get crosses in, and there's 3 and 4 players in the box now.
What he's given is a central figure as well. Yeah. Whereas Henry, who played up front, he'd drift down. Everybody knew he'd drift down to the left and like to go out. This fella's given more of a central figure, so that they can play the ball up to him. He can keep hold of it. He's a younger version of Canu. He can get hold of it. He's a bit stronger than Canu. I just think he's been
quicker.
Exactly.
Yeah. And he works like crazy as well.
And he's good for set pieces against as well.
He's been brilliant. But you look at the things, that's confidence, the shots and everything.
Another player that hasn't got any headlines so far since his move, to be honest, is Sanya, the fullback. I don't know about you, Charlie. I was really impressed with him against Seville.
Oh yeah, I mean, it reminded me of Essien when he's just a complete athlete, but when he gets into the last third of the pitch, I mean, look at that for a fullback who's just come into the league. He's in the league 5 minutes, and he's getting into positions. And I think there was a run. It looks as if he's been there for years.
Even involved in the goal.
Involved in the goal. It's a little touch on. Maybe I'm getting too old to wear this earring, but I fancy that hairstyle.
Charlie, we'd love to see it. Next week, you come on with a hairstyle like that?
Yeah, if they'll allow me.
I tell you what, we'll pay for it.
Is anybody prepared to
tell me? I'll pay for
tell
it out of my own pocket, OK? That's a promise.
Okay, I'll go for
it. Watch this space. OK, let's get some predictions. Charlie, Arsenal against Derby.
Arsenal.
OK, how many?
2-0.
OK, Phil?
3-0.
Paul?
5-0.